Yep. Yep, yep. Okay. Well, I'm back for part two. We've got it going on here on Kanushi's Corner with these Mystery Booster 2 packs. Let's go ahead and turn up the lights a little bit. I'm trying to get through the rest of these. Yesterday I had some... Alright, that one's all the way up. Yesterday I had some company show up a little bit early. I wasn't expecting them for another hour, and so it kind of delayed the pack rips, and then I just got through as much as I could, and now we're back for more. So I'm going to go through... Oh, that looks terrible. Yeah, it'll work. You're not really here to see me anyway. I might go back to streaming on Twitch. I noticed, I don't know, man, like the quality on YouTube is just like, with the bit rates that I'm getting is good, and the upload speed good, but the quality for that is just, ugh. I didn't like it when I was like watching the restream yesterday. Let's turn that like that. How's that look? Does that look good? I still look terrible. Ugh. Here. Let me like... We're going to adjust this a little bit. I'm going to give you all a different view of me. But we're going to keep the cards the same. How's that? Is that good? What if we do that? Still new to this. You know, I'm used to the recording thing. I don't usually do the live stream thing. But usually for games, I don't like show my face a whole lot. I'm going to go through these real quick. We'll look at the packs that I did open yesterday. Just kind of do a quick little recap. So I've got the Noble Ox, the Hoodwink, and White Border Fairy Time Raveler. Just a bunch of other cool cards. I'm not really going to... I'll kind of flip through them real quick. But mostly just going to call out the specials at the back of the packs that I got. Essence of a Johnny. Mimnite, which love the like art, and yeah, really cool. And White Border Kinrith, the Returned King. And then there's a few. Oh, what's going on with that Cryptic Command? Yeah, I love the art on this card. Not a fan of this card. But it was really fun opening these. Definitely mystery. Lifening Elemental, Walking Ballista. Again, love the art on that. Nature's Claim, White Border. But at the same time, couldn't get through all of them. So loved it, but didn't. I guess I loved it too much because I didn't really... I took my time going through it, enjoying Ancient Stirrings with the little kitty on there. White Border Uro. And... I guess what I'm saying is I had fun opening these. It was really cool. You never know what you're going to get. It's really neat. And I look forward to the rest of it. I'm going to be zooming in here in a second. Microscope, really interesting. Future Sight Hogak. White Border Rat Colony. Cool Dragon. Just a big shout out to yesterday. An enjoyer of the stream yesterday, friend of mine. Patty. Mr. Hamburger. Really liked that card. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Adds you a bunch of mana. We've got the Teferi Druid here. It's pretty cool. And then this Brainstorm. Yeah, really like the art on that. Brainstorm for the Future Sight border. And then White Border Transcendent Master. Which, yeah, cool art. Really cool art. Looks like the stream health is doing good, though, so that's nice. Not 100% on the... Yeah. Bit rate. Oh, well, here we go. A little Frenetic Sliver Dream Pod. Yep. Some solid stuff. There's just, you know... It was a solid opening, even for the little bit that went on yesterday. I'm trying to get my OBS where I can see. Yeah, there we go. Looking good. Just trying to get Magus of the Chains. This little weird card here. Flutter Storm. Dragon's Channeler. And then a bunch of other good stuff. Woo! Haven Mind Sensor. Ugh. Liliana's Other Contract, which flips over into Liliana's Undead Minion. Really silly. Really, really silly. Static Orb. And Future Sight. Why do I keep blanking on the name of it? Gosh. I'm still not awake, I guess. I don't know, man. White Border Wasteland, which looks good. Love it. And then here's the rest. Again, this is just recap from yesterday for posterity's sake. I kind of like... this was my favorite playtest card that we got. Phyrexian Seedling with Proliferate Link. Ooh boy, love it. Oath of the Druids is cool. And then the big spicy White Border Urza Saga. Love the way it looks. Mantis Rider, Decanter, American Orcthic. Ha ha ha. Oh, wait, no. Where? I guess I just zoomed past it. There was also an Italian and a Chinese card in here, which was pretty cool. So that was the mystery boosters from yesterday. I also got some cool stuff out of the collector boosters. Magus of the Wheel, I think, is cool. Skittering Cicada, Arcane Signet. These all just, like, these cards all just look really cool. Felwar Stone. Bunch of foils. Here we go. Yeah, the foil. Roaming Throne was a really cool pull. Yeah, and the foil, Kutzel, Malamet Exemplar. Very decent on the Ixalan. I really liked the Ixalan pulls. And then the Monstrous Rage. Love that foil, Monstrous Rage. Looks very cool. Princess Takes Flight. Dragon Mantle, Vampiric Rites, Thunder's Debut. Yeah, these were, I was less thrilled about the Eldraine pack, let's say that. But everything else has been really cool. And then those promos. The 4 promo cards that came with. Alright. Whew. That was a lot to sift through. All in like one go. Kind of got out of my hands there for a little bit. Alrighty. And then I also have, as a little not icing on the cake, little, end app. I'm not focused today. My brain, I tell you, I'm wore out. My side's been hurting real bad. Had to work on the car and did it, but it's still, I don't know. All right, here we go. We've got some more Mystery Booster 2, and then the little legends after this. I'm going to go ahead and get this zoomed in. Yeah, that looks okay. That looks okay enough. I'll take it. Okay. Here we go. I guess the cat wandered off. Here we go. Constricting Sliver. Another sliver. I've been a healthy amount of slivers in here. That's been kind of nice. Constricting slivers you control have. Whenever this enters, you may exile the creature and opponent controls until this leaves. Ooh, I kind of like that. Might put that in the slivers deck. Portable Hole. Whenever a portable hole enters, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls with mana value 2 or less until this leaves. So that's 2 exile pieces back to back. Zephid's Embrace. Whenever this enters, enchanted creature gets +2/+2, gains flying, and can... Oh, it has hexproof. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Power Sync, Counterspell. Ooh, Counterspell. I like those 2 words together. Counter target spell unless that player's... Oh, gosh. Unless that spell's casters. Oh, my God. Okay. Should have probably had that morning tea instead of opting out. Okay, counter target spell unless that spell's caster pays an additional X. That player draws and pays all mana from lands and mana pool until X is paid. Huh. Why is it? It's worded so weird. He or she may also draw and pay mana from other sources if desired. So it's like forcing them to pay X? Is that why it's worded so weird? Hey, Dockside Chef. Sacrifice an artifact, draw a card. Cool. You gotta pay a little mana into it. Hero's Downfall. Destroy a creature, Planeswalker. Convulsing. Why is it? Am I closer than normal? Am I holding it? What am I doing here? I feel like I'm holding it too up. I wasn't doing that yesterday. Maybe the camera's in a different position. I thought I left it pretty much in the same position. Okay. Convulsing Licid. Convulsing Licid loses this ability and becomes a creature enchantment that reads: enchanted creature cannot block. Instead, move this onto the target creature. You may pay red to end this effect. So, I'm guessing it's not the whole thing. It's just this thing. And it's like there's some... I don't really know a lot about older Magic. I'm a newer Magic player. But there are some very wild older cards out there that do some really wacky things. And that's another reason I really wanted this, was because it's supposed to have a lot of older, wacky things in it, and I wanted to experience that. I wanted to see that. Breath of Daragaz has a 2 mana kicker here. Deals a damage to each creature without flying and each player. Oh, that's a good little burn spell there. Yeah, like me a good little burn spell. And if you pay the kicker, it deals 4 instead. So 4 mana for 4 damage. That's it's fair. I like that more than 2 mana for 1 damage. There's the cat. There she is. Yeah. 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 Look, here's a couple pets. Okay, touch the little nose. Yep. Okay. If y'all are ever here and would like to see Diamond, let me know. She hates being picked up, but I will pick her up and show her off. She earned that by existing. 9 mana for an 11/11 cycling trample. When you cycle it, put a trample counter on something. I mean, hey, it's a big stompy creature that could be good for limited, depending on what you do. How you get, if you get enough mana to just poop stuff like that out. Sky Snare Spider, 6 mana, 6/6 Vigilant Reach. Not bad. Pearl Shard. Again, with this had to just be something with the set where like the mana symbols were washed out. Like they didn't have color on them. It's pretty weird. Pretty wild. Alright, 3 mana, tap this, or pay white, tap this. Okay. Dual payment, dual cost. Interesting. Prevent the next 2 damage that would be dealt to target creature or player. It's not bad, I guess. We got a mythic here, 4 mana, Master of Waves. Protection from red. Elemental creatures get +1/+1. Okay. I need to tell my buddy about this. It is not itself an elemental. He's making an elemental deck, but still, I mean, it's a little bit of an anthem on an elemental, and it makes an elemental. So, it's kind of cool. Hey, Basking Root Walla. It's just a fun card. It's a fun card. You just, you get rid of it. Reshotten Port. Tap down lands with it. I love the art here. It's very beautiful. And a Meandering Tower Shell. Enchanted creature has Island Walk. Alright. It's a lot to unpack here. Enchanted creature has Island Walk, and whenever this attacks, exile it and this. Return it to the battlefield under your control tapped and attacking at the beginning of the declare attacker step of your next turn. Then return this to the battlefield under its owner's control attached to that creature. So it's a green thieving spell? Like a green creature thief spell? Like, hey, you're going to attack with that. Okay, but now it's going to be my creature. So it kind of just locks something down, I guess. Unless you can make it attack. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay, well. On to the next pack. Right off the top, Ghostly Prison. There's been so much stacks pieces in this box. Not upset about it, but like, yeah, they've been there. Might end up putting this in our enchantment rooms deck in after all. I do love the art here. It's really cool. Standard Bearer. If an opponent plays a spell or ability that could target this, the player chooses at least one flag bearer as its target. So flag bearer is a creature type. I'm guessing there are other flag bearer creature types, and so opponent. So, like it could. I guess it pulls aggression away from your other creatures. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like if I'm going to target this guy, but this is on the field, it could target this, so whoop, now it's going to target that instead, and it just will catch your catches removal. So two mana to catch some removal, I guess that's not bad. 2 mana 1/4. It's a bestie. Oh wait, this is German. I just realized creature. It's a beast. At least I think it's German. Deinurok, Gerben, Schlingeinden, Schlingeinde, Kabel, direct, unter der Quecksilbersee? Yeah, this feels German. Freed from the real. Tap or untap whatever creature is enchanted to this. Oh, that's a combo piece. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of stuff you could probably combo with, but yeah, that's a combo piece. Here we've got Battle Rage Blessing. Target creature gains indestructible and death touch. Bad card. Underworld Hermit. Whenever this enters, oh, this is a Modern Horizons 2 card. Okay. Whenever this enters, create a number of squirrels equal to your devotion to black. Yo, is this in the squirrels deck? It should be. Maybe that's where I'll put it. It's kind of funny. Just make squirrels. Crimson Wisps. Target creature becomes red and gains haste. Draw a card. It's a good little trick. I like it. Renegade Warlord. If Renegade Warlord attacks, each other attacking creature gets +1. So it's like Battlecraft Wall of Blossoms. Kind of a classic. I like the retro kind of framing on this. Don't have one of those. Have a bunch of newer ones though. Venom Spout Brachus. 7 mana 5/5. It deals 5 damage to target attacking or blocking creature with flying. It has Morph 5. So yeah, it's a card. Cool art. Terramorphic Expanse. The Jumpstart Terramorphic Expanse specifically. Coalition Relic. Yeah, this is the one where you put a charge counter on it and it banks for later. Specifically the 25th anniversary edition reprint, apparently. Ooh, hey. Okay. Sarah the Benevolent. Looks very cool in white border. Not sure where I want to put this. I kind of want to put it in the Angels deck, but it's a pretty card. Just very, yeah. Hey, that's what's up. Future Sight Swords to Plowshares. Planeswalkerificate. I'm saying that right? Planeswalkerificate. Yes, Planeswalkerificate. Enchant a creature you control. It is now a Planeswalker. Its toughness becomes its loyalty. You can change its toughness to activate loyalty abilities. Damage lowers toughness. Toughness doesn't heal at end of turn. Okay. It can't block and gains the following: uptick to add red, -1 to exile the top card of your library and play it, and -X to have this deal X damage to any target. I've seen all toughness decks that this could probably do silly things in. These are such whack. I haven't looked through the playtest cards. I'm sure they're all out there on a list somewhere. I've not looked through them, so as I see them, I'm like, oh, okay. And it's, I'm seeing them for the first time. So if I take a little bit on them to be like, ooh, wait, what? That is why. That is why. All right. Hoop and Glory. Okay, untap 2 creatures, and they both get 1/1 until end of turn. That's pretty solid. You're confronted by robbers. Commander Baldur's Gate card. I do love all these, like all the situational, like the D&D cards and stuff. Big D&D fan as well. Go figure. So it just a lot of the flavor to them made me laugh. I feel like they did a decent job with it. Tap up to 3 target creatures. Create 3 1/1 soldier creature tokens. Follow a smuggler. 4 tap, exile another target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield. Okay, it's not bad. Really easily dies. Flight of Fancy, enchant a creature. And when it comes into play, draw. Ooh, okay, well, it's 4 mana, so makes sense. It's archetype of Finality. It's a Death Touch archetype. Alrighty. Okay. Urborg Possession. It's got a little kicker on it. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. You gain 2 if it was kicked. Return another permanent card. Okay. Makes sense to have the kind of kicker it does on it like that. Boldware Intimidator. Giant Warrior? Yeah, but like, 7 mana 5/5. What? Can't block warriors. What? You can turn creatures into cowards and turn creatures into warriors. Interesting. So, cowards can't block warriors, and then you can. He's going to be a coward, and he's going to be a warrior, and now you can't block him. There's a Doctor Who card that cares about cowards that this guy might actually make worth something and relevant. Fire Blast. You may sacrifice 2 mountains instead of paying this cost. Deals 4 damage to a creature or player. Yeah, that's Findhorn Elder. 3 mana makes 2 green. River Bear. This is cute. 4 mana 3/3 with Island Walk. The flavor not lost on these older cards, that's for sure. Steel of the Godhead. As long as enchanted creature is white, it gets 1/1 and lifelink. If it is blue, it gets 1/1 and unblockable. Oh, jeez. Well, Tange is probably going to want this enchantment. Torok, Dread Cantor. 2-mana, 4-mana with the kicker, protected from white, 2/1. Whenever an opponent discards a card, put a 1/1 counter on this. Whenever it enters, if it was kicked, target opponent discards 2 cards at random. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, white border consider, that's cool. Future Sight, Cunning Wish. You reveal an instant card over outside the game, put it in your hand, exile this. It's pretty good. Little sideboard action there. Alberic's the Trade Planet. It is a planet. Whenever this permanent enters, exile the top 5 cards of your library as its resources. Interesting. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, either discard a card, put 2 of these resources into your hand, or exile the top card of your library as a resource. It's kind of, I like that. It's an interesting, especially for like discard mechanic stuff, and it's kind of like it gives you a weird second deck to work from. Throw that over there. Okay. We've got some Swift Justice. Swift Justice. Until end of turn, creature gets +1 first strike lifelink. Destroy target attacking creature. Gain life equal to its power. Ooh. It's cool. Chastise. Oh boy. Okay. Dacra Mystic. Each player reveals the top card of their library. You may put the revealed cards into their owner's graveyards. If you don't, they draw those cards. Neat. Complicate. Counterspell. Its controller pays 3 mana. You can cycle it. When you cycle it, you may counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. Interesting. I really like this as a counter spell because you can't cast spells on somebody else's turn. You can still cycle this and do that. To fairy be damned. I will instant speed counter you still. Here we've got the Death Greeter, 1 mana, 1/1. Whenever another creature is put to a graveyard, you may gain a life. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Then we've got Paragon of Open Graves, 4 mana, 2/2. Other black creatures get +1/+1, and 3 tap another black creature you control gains death touch until end of turn. Geist Blast, deal 2 damage to a creature, and then you can exile it to copy stuff. Actually, I bought one of those cards for Is it Zephi? Yeah, just yeah, it's a cool little copy it to deal extra damage, or like just get value and then flash it back to copy a spell. It's kind of nice. It's just a cool little tech. Burning Palm Ifrit. This is an Ifrit, 4 mana, 2/2. 3 mana to have it deal 2 damage to a creature with flying and have it lose flying. So it's he's gonna burn them wings off. That's what he do. That's his job. Norwood Archers. Bold text. 4 mana, 3/3, and it has reach. Okame Adversary. 4 mana, 2/3. This spell costs 2 less to cast if an opponent controls a green permanent. Death touch, and when it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. It's okay, card advantage. Burning Tree Emissary. Yes. I've played against this card before. Charming Prince. 2 mana, 2/2. Whatever this enters, scry 2, gain 3, or exile another creature you own. Return to the bed, or blink something. Okay. You could blink this to get a lot of good effects. Hey, that's nice. White-bordered Darksteel Citadel. Really like the way that looks. Crashing Footfalls, Suspendy Rhino that can make you rhinos. Oh, it's a suspending sorcery that makes you rhinos. Okay, and it only has suspend. Huh. Interesting. Create 2 rhinos with trample. It's kind of unfortunate because it's not a creature. It won't come in with haste, and then the rhinos don't have haste. So, but it's still an interesting card. I mean, 2 4/4s with trample is nothing to scoff at. So, probably be kind of interesting in Doctor Who. Catch of the Day, 6 mana, question mark, serpent. As this, I've been wanting to make a fishing deck with like Fisherman's Talent as the commander, quote unquote, but like have a backup actual commander, but just have it full of like sea serpents and krakens and octopi, and make it like do something simic, silly, just fish themed. Like I am going to fish for things, and this card made me think of that. I really haven't done it yet, but gosh, it's been on my mind so bad. I really need to just go ahead and do it. It would be really, really silly, and I feel like I would have a lot of fun with it. Right, everything just got like kind of tilted there for a second. The heck, am I holding these straight anymore? Oh my goodness. Let me shift some in my chair. Okay. As Catch of the Day enters the battlefield, choose 1 for each of the following. Keyword, vigilant, wait. This enters, choose, so it can either have vigilance, ward 3, or island walk. Whenever it attacks, scry 2, goad creature and opponent controls, or tap creature and opponent controls. And it can either be a 6/2, a 4/4, or a 2/6. I really do. It's a build your own. It's a build your own sea serpent. Oh, that is hilarious. What's the catch of the day this time, huh? I don't know. Let's find out together. Reverent Hoplite. Whenever this enters, you make a white human creature soldier, a white human soldier creature token equal to your devotion to white. Oh boy. So yeah, that's. Did you want to poop out a bunch of dudes? Hey, Youthful Valkyrie. Okay. There we go. Whenever another angel enters the battlefield under your control, you put a 1/1 counter on this. That's an Angels deck card. Suit up until in return, a creature or vehicle becomes an artifact creature with base tower toughness 4/5. Draw a card. Okay. Not bad. Stormcrow. Caw-caw! It's big old gross flying. Ugh. Okay. Moment of Defiance. 3 mana. Target creature gets 2/1, gains lifelink, and you replace it. Draw a card. I like that. Always love the draw a card combat tricks, where they replace themselves in your hand. It's always nice. Markov Baron, 3 mana, 2/2. You can convoke it, lifelink. Other vampires get +1/+1, and it has madness. Neat. I wonder if my buddy with a madness deck knows that exists. Aftershock, 4 mana, destroy target artifact, creature, or land. It deals 3 damage to you. Purifying Dragon, 5 mana, 4/3 flying. Whenever this attacks, it deals 1 damage to target creature defending player controls. If it is a zombie, this deals 2 damage instead. Iron Hoof Ox. 5 mana, 4/4. Can't be blocked by more than one creature. That's pretty cool. I love cards like this. They just stampede over stuff. It's pretty nice. Okay. Llanowar Visionary. It's 3 mana, draw a card, and then it's Llanowar Elf after that. Worn Power Stone comes into play tapped. Play this as a mana source. Add 2. 3 mana, enters tapped. Mana rock. Mazarek Crawl Death Priest, 5 mana, 2/2. Whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Pretty good. Pretty good. Seems like it'd be a pretty good card. Oh, hey, it's the other Teferi, right? We didn't get to. Where was the other one? I know. It's Kenrith. So here, yeah. Okay, yeah. This is the 2 different Teferi. Alright, cool. 3 Teferis in the same box between the Time Raveler, the Hero Dominaria, and the playtest Druid one. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Controlling Time Wizard shenanigans. Okay, cool. That's good. Alrighty, yeah, cool. So draw a card at the beginning of your next end step, untap 2 lands, put it on land permanent to its owners. Library 3rd from the top, and then you can get an emblem whenever you draw a card, exile target permanent and opponent controls. I run this in my Planeswalker party deck, and yeah, I'm a stinker. Yo! Whoa! It's not foil, but still. Yes! Oh, Sensei's Divining Top. That's what I'm talking about. Future Sight, Sensei's Divining Top. That's a good one. I don't know what you're O-facing at, the Teferi or the Divining Top. Not sure. Well, yeah, I guess it's fair. Both now. Yeah, fair. Yeah, okay, cool. I'd love this border because I feel like it does more for the art. Not that, other cards don't, but if I look at, where's that Worn Power Stone? This is also, if I look at these 2 cards, this one, the art, pops more to me than on these. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But yeah, all the same. Magic always has amazing art, regardless of the border treatment. Champion of the Harish. Rabbit Soldier. He has the buddy list. As this enters, if any of its creature types isn't on your buddy list, write one of them on your buddy list. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on this if one of that creature's creature types is on your buddy list. Otherwise, write one of its creature types on your buddy list. So, So you can just play this in any deck, and regardless of what the creature type is, you can like write it on your buddy list and then like keep. Huh. I feel like I could get out of control really fast. He's his own jacked rabbit. Gone packaging. A quarter paladin. Battle cry. 3/1 for 2 mana. Cool art. Intangible virtue. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1 and have vigilance. There we go. Good little token booster there. Thwart. You may return 3 islands you control to their owner's hand instead of paying this mana cost, and it counters a spell. More counter spells. Tell you that counter spell deck is going to be mean. Mistwalker plus or 1/4 3 mana changeling. Oh hey, okay, changeling in blue. I like it. It gets +1/-1 until end of turn. Keeper of the Dead. 2 mana 1/2. Pay a black, tap it, destroy target non-black creature. Play this ability only if that creature's controller has at least 2 fewer creature cards in his or her graveyard than you have in yours. Very strict. Very interesting, strict, like graveyard contingencies there. Prakata Pillarbug. Gains lifelink until end of turn. 2/3. Interesting. Magmatic Insight. As an additional cost to cast Magmatic Insight, discard a land, draw 2 cards. Hoarding Dragon. 5 mana 4/4. Flying. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you may search for an artifact, exile it, shuffle. When it dies, put the exiled card into its owner's hand. Interesting. It's a really weird, interesting tutor. Bellowing Tangleworm. It has to die, so if someone exiles it, that card is exiled forever too. Be careful out there, folks. Always have removal to remove your own dragon if someone tries to swords it. Bellowing Tangleworm. Intimidate. Other green creatures also have Intimidate. It's cool. Intimidate means that it can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and or creatures that share a color. Crashing Boars. 5 mana 4/4. If Crashing Boars attacks defending player, chooses an untapped creature they control, this creature blocks. That creature blocks this if able. Isn't that just how the game works? Is this forcing a blocker? Is that what's going on here? Defending player chooses. I guess, yeah, it's forcing a block is what's going on here. That could be dangerous, but I don't know. Forcing a block's not the worst thing. Crackdown Construct. Whenever you activate an ability of an artifact or creature that isn't a mana ability, this gets +1/+1. Okay, that's pretty good. Crack a bunch of clues, get a big dude. Hey, it's Expansion Explosion! And White Border Pitiless Plunder. You copy something and then Explosion just deals damage and draws cards. So, yep. I know someone who's probably happy to see that. Pitiless Plunderer. 4 mana 1/4. Whenever another creature you control dies, create a treasure token. So much. Hey, that's pretty cool. Future Sight, rest in peace. Exiles all graveyards. If a creature or token will be put into a graveyard, exile it instead. Just exile. Everything is now exile. There is no graveyard. They are resting in peace now. Glimpse the unthinkable. An illusion rogue with shroud. Glimpse the unthinkable can't be chosen. Okay, that's kind of cool. And then its name can't be chosen either. Shame that it can still be blocked, but I like this. Haha. Very cool. What's on the back? What do we think's on the back of it? It's definitely legendary. Planeswalker of some sort. It's gotta be. Huh? No, maybe not. I don't know. Can't tell. Alright. Now that we're into it. Destroy evil. Standard legal. Good card. I get wrecked by it quite often. Try to play around it. Still get, just gotta make them have it. And they often do. 5 mana, choose one. Creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Or creatures you control gain, whenever this creature deals damage, you gain a life. Or you gain that much life until end of turn. And if you pay 1 generic, 1 white extra, you can do both. That's not bad. So 5, 6, 7 mana for the double combat trick. I'd rather a Chroma's Will. Any day. Any day. Shipwreck Dowser, Prowess 3/3 for 5 mana. Whenever it enters, return an instant sorcery card from graveyard to hand. Decent Merfolk Wizard. Mirror Image, 3 mana 0/0, and it enters as a copy of any creature you control. So it's a 3 mana cloner. That's pretty good. Chittering Rats, 3 mana 2/2. When it enters, target opponent puts a card from their hand on top of their library, and then if you're smart, you mill it away. Liliana Spectre, or lucky, sometimes it's more about luck than intelligence in this game. That's for sure. 3 mana 2/1 flying. Whenever this enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. Volcanic Geyser, X, 2 red. I really like the art on this. The dragon is a David O'Connor. Very cool. Old school looking dragon. Very neat. This deals X damage to target creature or player. So, yep, that could be a finisher. Ramp up, Explode Faces. Zada Hedron Grinder, 4 mana 3/3. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets only this, copy it for each other creature you control that the spell could target. Each copy targets a different one of those creatures. Oh boy, that's wacky. That could get wild. What a goblin. Curse of Predation, 3 mana, enchant player. Whenever a creature attacks them, put a 1/1 counter on it. Oh gosh. That's a rough curse. I'd rather than make a gold any day. Bookworm, 8 mana, 7/7 with trample. When it enters, gain 3 life, draw a card. 3 mana to put it from your graveyard into your library third from the top. That's cute. Cute. Big. It's from Strixhaven. Very cool. Letter of Acceptance, also from Strixhaven. 3 mana rock, and you can sacrifice it to draw a card. And also, man, this is a... Okay. It was just 3 cards in a row, all from Strixhaven. That's... The probability is wild to me that is happening. Alright, 3 mana, 3/2, Menace, Ward, pay 3 life. Alright, we're already cooking with this human warlock here. And Magecraft, create a 1/1 black and green pest. Oh, okay, it's the pest thing. Yeah, Bellatrix or something like that. The big dragon does that too. I'm familiar with that one because of the squirrel precon. Yes. Oh, White Border Simian Spirit Guide. Okay. It's always good to have another one of these. Any of them. I might swap the one in Goblins that I have. It's just it's a normal one for this one. Just because our Goblin deck, I have... It's a high-powered, not nice deck, but I also have like a bunch of really just cool, fun, silly stuff in it. Art-wise. Like the Goblin Secret Lair with Goblin Gram. Oh, that's foil. Oh, man. Foil Underworld Breach. foil, future sight, underworld. I don't know what this is worth, but sure looks cool. And I know it's a commander combo piece. Like, man, there's some things you can do with this. The foiling looks so cool. Man, I love that. All right, and the playtest card. Boulder Jockey. Okay. 2 mana red and D. What is D? Okay, it's a goblin. D is a land drop. You may give up 1 potential land drop this turn to pay for D. Okay. Whenever Boulder Jockey attacks, you may pay your land drop for the turn. If you do, make a 3/3 colorless construct artifact creature token named Boulder that's tapped and attacking. Sacrifice that token at the next end step. Bruh. Is this not ridiculous? I think this is ridiculous. Literally, like, rolls boulders. If he rolls your land drops into a boulder and hits people with it. It's hilarious. Freaking goodness, dude. Okay. Alright. Clever. Let's go back to that. Oh, yeah. It's foil. Foil fancy. Fancy foil. Very nice. I think you can get one. I may be wrong with this. I think it's 1 per box. Might be 2 per box. Might just be like, you know, if you get lucky, you get lucky. Either way, it's nice to have a foil. Miraculous Recovery. 5 mana. Put target creature card from your graveyard into play and put a 1/1 counter on that creature. Treat the creature as though it were just played. 2 mana, 1/3. Whenever this comes into play, gain 3 life. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, let's get the cards a little lower. Sorry, hold them too high again. Mental Note. 1 blue mana. Put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard and then draw a card. Not bad. Leap. Give a creature flying. Draw a card. Deckmore Plague. 5 mana to deal 3 damage to each creature and player. Oh boy, yeah, that's a plague, alright. Hey, Morbid Opportunist. Yeah, whenever 1 or more other creatures die, draw a card. Triggers only once each turn. Decent. In Commander, you know, you just overturn, like, kill something each turn. Draw 4 cards in a turn cycle. Pretty good. 2 mana, 2/1. Whenever 10 Street Hooligan comes into play, if green was spent to play this, destroy target artifact. Okay. Cute. Swelter. 4 mana, deals 2 damage to each of 2 target creatures. Wood Elves. 3 mana, whenever it comes into play, search for forest, put it into play, and shuffle. So it's rampant growth plus a dude, I guess. Or no, it's put a forest card, put that forest into play. It's not rampant growth. It comes in untapped. What's the 3 visits, Nature's Lore. There we go. Wood Elves. Very nice. Muscle like this is ridiculous. 1 in a green instant gets +X/+X until the turn where X is 3 plus the number of Muscle Burst cards in all graveyards. Okay. Hey, Replicating Ring. The Commander. This is a reprint from the one that's in Gimbal. It's kind of funny. This is Mana Rock. It can become a lot of Mana Rocks. Oh, God, settle the wreckage. Exile all attacking creatures. Target player controls. They may search their library for that many lands and put them on the battlefield tap. So you can wreck people. You can wreck people. Wreck them good. Tarnished Citadel. Okay, this looks cool. Like the art on it. Pretty cool art. Cool art. I'd rather do this without my... Take the glasses off. Nope, leave the glasses on. I've already had them on the whole time. I might start doing streams without my glasses. I don't know. Whatever. Tarnished Citadel. Add a colorless, and you can add 1 mana of any color, and this deals 30 damage to you. Oh, no. If you're desperate for color fixing, I guess. Pyroblast. Hey, that's it's cool. It's nice to have a real one. I don't know, I've never got around to buying one. So, counter target spell. If it's blue, destroy target permanent. If it's blue, you want to wreck the blue meta? That's how you wreck the blue mana. Pyroblast. Zone of Flame. 4 and 3 red. Enchant Zone. Either battlefield, command zone, exile, and stack. Graveyard, hand, and library. So, like... So, any zone you enchant, if you enchant the first 3, everybody has to deal with this. But if you enchant only... You can enchant, like, one person's graveyard, hand, and library. Whenever 1 or more cards enter or leave the enchanted zone, this deals 1 damage to each opponent. So depending on how you want to talk about setting the board on fire, this is how you do it. Depending on how people are playing and what you want to do. That could be bad. At least it says cards, so you can't get punished for doing... token, like if you enchant battlefield, you aren't getting punished for tokens, but if you're doing a lot of spell slinging, you know, just, oh my goodness, man, now that's a burn card. Alright, plate armor. It's an equipment. D&D. Banishing Stroke. Miracle. 6 mana. Put target artifact, creature, or enchantment bottom of its own library. Miracle cost 1. Hey, Referee Squad. Still love the art on this card. I have this in a Kamiz deck because I like that it's vigilant, and I like that it stuns things, and I like that I can convoke it with all the little tokens I make in that. Whirler Rogue too, kind of the same thing. Put 2 Thopters onto the battlefield. Tap 2. Creature can't be blocked. Like, I have a big dude. I'm going to swing it at you. I'm going to tap these Thopters. Ha ha. Mesmeric Fiend. Whenever it comes into play, target opponent reveals his or her hand, and you choose a non-land card from it. Remove that card from the game. Oh boy. 2 mana to do... Oh my god, dude. That is a nightmare horror. The art's also really crazy. Oh, discard. I love you, and yet I loathe you. Whenever this leaves play, return it to its owner's hand. Okay, so that's not too... but still. It's like the old Bat. Like how Bat exists now. This is... So that's what the Exile Bat looked like back in the day. Alright, Wall of Blood, 3 mana, 0/2. Pay 1 life. This gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Ooh. Well, at least it can't attack. Thunderwave, 4 mana, roll a d20, either deal 3 damage to each creature, choose a creature, deal 3 damage to each creature not chosen, or deal 6 damage to each creature your opponents control. I like that. I like the crit the most. Thunderwave being a red spell is kind of funny. It also is very, like, you gotta be careful with it in D&D, for sure. I like how that's set up. Mog Conscripts cannot attack unless you successfully cast a creature spell this turn. Fey Offering, 3 mana at the beginning of each instep. If you've cast a creature spell and a non-creature spell, make 1 of each of these. Okay. Like, I want to put this in Gimbal, but I have so many artifacts in there that I don't think it would work. Snake Pit, 4 mana. Whenever an opponent plays a blue or black spell, you may put a snake into play. Darksteel Ingot, Indestructible Mana Rock. Sure, it comes into play tapped. Oh wait, no, this doesn't come into play tapped. Even better. Smuggler's Copter. Whenever it attacks or blocks, draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Crew 1. Decent little guy here. Decent little guy. Ha ha! Snow-covered swamp. I love the white border snowlands. Just the idea of white border snowlands makes me giggle. Rain of Daggers. 4 mana, 2 black, destroy 6 total. Wow, that's a lot. Destroy all creatures target opponent controls. You lose 2 life for each creature. What? This seems like a terrible spell, right? Like, if they lost the life, yeah, but... You! Indicate. And it's on Vindicate. As you can see, the V, like, they made the V very... This is one card I did know about in the playtest cards. It was, they like showcased it, advertised it, whatever. You. I'll stop laughing eventually. It's just so funny. You. Okay. Where are we at? Here, let me tilt that a little bit. All right. Oh, I gotta do a stretch. Been sitting down for a while. My shoulder getting kind of, you know. All right. Almost done here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs left. Just wanted to be dramatic there for a second. No reason, just, you know, for fun. Keep things interesting. Noble Purpose. Boy, do I feel like I got one of these. No clue what it is, but I feel like I got one. 5 mana, whenever a creature you control deals combat damage, gain that much life. Okay, so it just gives all your creatures combat only lifelink. That's kind of cool. I like it. Traveling Minister. 1 mana, 1/1 tap. Target creature gets +1 until end of turn. Gain a life. Activate only as a sorcery. Pindrel Drake. 4 mana, 2/3. Flying and cycling. A new cycling archetype from Aether Drift. I really like. At a limited deck using it, and it wasn't great. I got 4 wins with it. 3 wins, 4 wins, something like that. It was okay. You know, it got me some returns. That's nice. Sarah Sphinx, 5 mana, 4/4 flying, vigilant. Had a lot of fun with it. Is the... Oh, hey, that's right. Sphinx. New Sphinx unlocked. Raider's Wake, 4 mana. Whenever an opponent discards a card, they lose 2 life. Well, that's not cool. Begin step. If you attack with a creature, target opponent discards a card. Also not cool, bro. That's a really good discard card. It's pretty good. I like that. Is there a cat? Hey, Joe Cat. That's the other cat. Yeah, she's down there. She likes to come and whine. She wants to hop on my lap. No, I'm sorry. I'm busy. Oh, come on. 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 Yeah, come on. I'm wasting all this time asking you to come up here. Do you want to come up here? Come on. Come in my lap. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Here's the Joe. This is Joe. Oh, yes. You sniffy the mic. Uh-huh. Yeah, alright. I'll let you go. You can just kind of hang out here. Yes. We'll kind of... Cat cam. Cat break. There she is. She's hanging out. We're hanging out together. You're a star. Don't ever change, Joe Cat. Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness. Don't fall. She leaned into my hand too hard. Like, fell off almost. Uh-huh. I guess this is no longer a card pulling stream. This is a cat enjoyer stream. Yep. Well, I guess this is what we're doing now. Y'all can look at that Fell Spectre. It's a 4-mana 1/3. Whenever it enters a battlefield, target opponent discards a card. There's 2 really sick discard spells back to back for 4 mana. Oh, I would be so mad opening this up in an actual limited event. Like, I wouldn't know which one to pick. I would pick one and hope the other wheels back to me. I'll tell you that. Whenever Fell Spectre enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a card. Whenever they discard a card, they lose 2 life, and then they would lose 4 life. I would lose it if I got both of these. Not only in a draft, but on the battlefield. That'd be really cool. Uh-huh. Yep. Isn't that right, Joe Cat? Huh, yeah. Uh-huh. She's a precious baby. She gets everything she wants. Yes. Telling you. Everybody loves you, Joe Cat. Yes. She is. She's spoiled. Alright. You want to help me look at these cards? Yeah? No? Alright. Alright. We already discussed that one. Havoc Jester. Yeah, you sitting up, you looking, you like, what are you doing? What are them hands doing? They're not touching me. What's going on here? Alright. 5 mana, 5/5. Having whenever you sacrifice a permanent that steals 1 damage to any target. Oh, hey, that'd be really good in a Sackdos deck. You know, just do a bunch of Rakdos sacrifice shenanigans. Unchained Berserker, 2 mana, 1/1, protection from white, and it gets +2 as long as it's attacking. I like that. It's okay, it's not great, but you know, I would maybe pick that if I was in red in a draft. I wanted to be aggro AF. 5 mana, 2/5. Meh. Hello. Yes. 5 mana, 2/5 reach. Whenever it enters, destroy a creature with flying. Oh, I like that. Devoted Druid, 2 mana mana dork. Put a -1 untap. Oh boy. I have a heavy sense of loops with this card. You want to get down now? Okay, goodbye. Everybody say goodbye, Joe Cat. Bye, Joe Cat. Okay. I'm back to looking at my stupid face. Nope. That's the wrong way. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay, I'm back. Alright, cat time is over. Puppet Strings, 3 mana. Pay to tap this, tap or untap target creature. If they do make Avatar: The Last Airbender into Magic, I would like this to be like bloodbending to be some sort of thing like this. Would be nice. Hey, it's the old Hazaret. Hazaret the Fervent. Indestructible haste. Can't attack or block unless you have one or fewer cards in hand. And you can discard a card with this and make everybody, each opponent, dealt some damage. I like that it deals damage, not loss of life, so you can like double that up. But yeah. Very nice. King's Assassin. 3 mana, 1/1. Destroy target tapped creature. Activate only during your turn before attackers are declared. Well, better watch out. He'll get you. Goblin Lackey. Whenever Goblin Lackey deals damage to a player, you may put a goblin from your hand onto the battlefield. Goblin permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. 1 mana, 1/1. No haste. If you can give it haste, this would be really sick. I mean, dude, even turn 2 in a commander game, this could be pretty wild. Narod, the beige flower. Each creature assigns combat damage equal to its mana value rather than power, so it's a 3/5. I kind of like that. I think there's some wild things you could do with him. I definitely like it a little more than the toughness. Like assigns equal to toughness. Wow, that one kind of exploded on me. Exploding packs. Haha. Don't worry, the cards are safe. Dawnbringer Claire. 2 mana, 1/3. Whenever this enters, either... Oh, yeah, I know this guy. You either cure wounds, dispel magic. I got a friend who has played that. He has this in a Lathril, something like that deck. Either gain 2, destroy an enchantment, or exile a card from a graveyard. Sigil of New Dawn. Whenever a creature is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, you may pay 1 generic and 1 white mana. If you do, return that card to your hand. It's not bad. It's pretty good. Instant creature recursion. Voyager Drake. 4 mana with a multi-kicker of 1 blue mana. Flying. Whenever Voyager Drake enters the battlefield, up to X target creatures gain flying, where X is the times it was kicked. That could be a cool finisher. Another blue card, Wall of Tears. 2 mana, 0/4. Walls cannot attack. Summon Wall. If Wall of Tears blocks any creatures, return each of those creatures to its owner's hand at the end of combat. Okay, that's pretty good. You turn it into a multi-blocker, you block a bunch of stuff. Sure, it might go away, but then you've also bounced a bunch of stuff. Many have been lost to pity. Karn, Silver Golem. Scrapwork Ravager, 4 mana, 2/2. Whenever Scrapwork Ravager enters the battlefield, you may draw a card, you lose a life, and you can unearth it. Not bad. Dalthy Trapper, 3 mana, 1/1. Tap target creature gains shadow, which means it can only block and be blocked by creatures with shadow. Torrent of Fire, 5 mana, sorcery. Torrent of Fire deals damage equal to the highest converted mana cost among permanents you control to target creature or player. Thinking of this in like Eldrazi. What do y'all think? Put it in an all color Eldrazi deck and just like have a 10 drop out and 5 mana 10 damage. Double that damage, 5 mana 20 damage. Oh, I like the way that sounds. Spite Bellows, 6 mana 6/1. When it leaves play, it deals 6 damage to a creature, and you can evoke it. So that way it will immediately just come down and blow something up for you. That's kind of nice. Changeling Titan, 5 mana 7/7. It has championed a creature, so whenever it comes into play, you sacrifice it unless you remove another creature you control from the game, and when this leaves, that card comes back. Interesting. So he like abducts something and then returns it. Neat. Gaia's Anthem. 3 mana. Creatures you control get 1/1. Very, very simple green Anthem. Very simple. Very good. Patchwork Automaton. 2 mana, 1/1. Board 2. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, put a 1/1 counter on this. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, like, good, bad. It's not each player. Could be a Forgotten Ancient situation. Had a really good run with Forgotten Ancient in last night's Commander games, which is why the stream got interrupted, because people got here early for that, and I don't fault them for that. I also get really excited to play a good Commander match and some Magic. It was a very fun time last night. If you want to hear more about that, let me know. You know, we can talk about that. I can do that. Maybe do videos of, like, you know, Commander stories and, like, recap what happened. Like, take notes throughout the games and recap what happened, and, like, do little videos like that. That would be kind of cool, I think. Swans of Bryn Argol. 4 mana, 4/3 flying. If a source would deal damage to this, prevent that damage, and the source's controller draws cards equal to the damage prevented. I feel like there's some wacky things you could do with this. It could also just be like a really nice group hug thing in Commander. I mean, group hug, right? Like, you get a Consecrated Sphinx out, and it's like, oh, you're going to draw 5 cards. That's cool. I'm going to draw 10. That's fair, right? Expressive Iteration. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them in hand, 1 at the bottom. Exile 1. You may play the exiled card this turn. This is one, I don't know, I'm kind of about it in White Border. Not that it's a bad card, it just, with all the color from it being an Is It card, it just seems, it seems to take away, not add to the art. Pox. Bro, this cat. Oh, this is a mean card. Each player loses 1/3 of their life, then discards 1/3 of the cards in their hand, then sacrifices 1/3 of the creatures they control, then sacrifices 1/3 of the lands they control. Round up each time. Man. I read cards like this and I'm like, man, I really want to play that. But then I think about the spirit of Commander, and I don't want to play cards like this because I want people to have a good time and do fun things. And, like, don't get me wrong, yeah, I like winning and affecting the game, and I do some pretty wacky things, but I don't want to be this kind of mean. I have a deck that's this kind of mean. Like, it's when I first started playing, I specifically built it like that because I wanted it to be like that, and then I realized, oh, this is not, like, not how everybody else wants to play, even if it's how I want to play. So I'll just do Naya creature things instead. Whip. Plant a sapling. Double-faced. Search your library for a basic land. Reveal it. Put it into hand. Shuffle this spell into its owner's library transformed. So then you pay 1 mana for this is so cute. Okay, the flavor on this card is ridiculously cute. Then you pay 1 mana for a creature folk that has star and fully grown tree folk's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. That's so freaking cute. That's so cute. I love it. It's so cute. Alrighty. So a few more packs to go here, folks. Thanks for putting up with me. Thanks for watching. Ooh, really, like, messed them up there. Let's see what we've got. Angelic Blessing. 3 mana sorcery. Any 1 creature gets +3/+3 and gains flying until the end of turn. Brinton Forge Tinder. 1 mana, 1/1 protection from red. Sacrifice Brinton Forge Tinder. Prevent all damage a red source of your choice would deal this turn. Not bad. I kind of like that. Expel Fomorazka. 2 mana instant ascend. Return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If you have the city's blessing, you may put that permanent on top of the library instead. Goodbye. Omen of the Sea. 2 mana. Whenever this enters, scry 2, draw a card, and you can sacrifice it to scry 2 again. Good little... and it's flash, so that's cool. Grave Shifter, Changeling, returns a creature from grave to hand, so that's pretty nice. What a Changeling, man. He like digs up stuff and changes into the dead people. And oh boy. Vampire of the Dire Moon. 1 mana, 1/1 Death Touch Lifelink. Gets no smooth, simple, elegant. Burning Prophet, 2 mana, 1/3. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Burning Prophet gets +1 power till end of turn, then you scry 1. Okay. It's a cool little wizard right there. It's kind of prowess, but not exactly. I like that. I don't even know what's going on with my friggin' beanie. Okay. 3 mana 2/2. Whenever Dwarven Recruiter comes into play, search your library for any number of dwarf cards, reveal them, shuffle your library, and put them on top. Okay, it's Dwarven Recruiter, exactly like Goblin Recruiter, but with dwarves. Yo, Storm the Seed Core. Okay, tribute 4 1/1 counters among 4 creatures you control. Creatures you control gain Vigilance and Trample. This was an I thought Stored the Seed Core was rare. But yeah, here you have the Dryad and the different planeswalkers, and people are trying to get her to the world tree that's been infected. In that moment, the fate of countless worlds rested with one Dryad and a handful of the bravest Mirrodin had to offer. Yeah, cool stuff. This is around when I came into Magic. Was around March of the Machine and like really getting into it. Like really came into it. I had a buddy who kind of told me about some of the story and everything, like around Gatewatch and Jace and Chandra and all them teaming up, and very familiar with Innistrad and some of the story around that with Sorin. Like I've been sort of like, oh yeah, Magic's there, but I didn't really start playing the card game until around March of the Machine because of some friends with Commander, and moved into a new house, and we've had like the space to have people come over, and yeah, it's been a transformative time in my life. I'm glad to finally get the cards, actually play the game. It is a very cool game. I really like games in general, and Magic has become one that is really near and dear to my heart very quickly. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh player, and kind of gotten more away from that. Just, I still get things from time to time, but Yu-Gi-Oh's gotten a little wacky. Not a bad way, just in a different way. Like, I like playing Master Duel because Master Duel kind of like sets it all up and makes it a lot easier to kind of remember your plays and where things are and when exactly you can do things. That's my biggest problem with Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic is kind of like that, but also a little more, the wording is concise in a different way. Like Yu-Gi-Oh's formatting, I don't know, it trips me up. I don't know if it's a me thing or what. I can definitely play the game, you know, and I can do things, I understand how it works, but the longer time has gone on, the less I've been interested in Yu-Gi-Oh! From a play perspective so much as a collector's perspective. Now I'm a little more interested in playing Magic. Anyway, long story short, I really have been into Magic the past couple of years, and it started around March of Machine. Masked Vandal, 2 mana, 1/3, Changeling. Whenever Masked Vandal enters the battlefield, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, exile target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. Okay. Cogwork Librarian, 4 mana, 3/3, draft this face up. Oh, it's this guy. As you draft a card, you may draft an additional card from that booster pack. If you do, put this into that booster pack. So it lets you double take cards. Oh boy. To crack this in a first pack would be pretty... Oh boy. Yeah. I'm just thinking about the implications of that discard deck. Alright, anyway. Hey, Ignoble Hierarch! Yeah, cool. This is a fun one. 1 mana, 0/1. Makes Jund mana and has Exalted. You know, Noble Hierarch? Ignoble Hierarch. Yay! Then we have Rite of Flame. 1 red mana to add 2 red mana. Then add red mana for each card named this in each graveyard. So, could be a meta call to run this. But at the same time, 1 red for 2 red. Nice little ritual. Yo, no way. This is one of the cards that I actually like super want. I love the way this looks. This Okagachi. I just think it looks so freaking. It looked cool. I want to put this in my Painbow deck. It's the 5 mana precon, but I've kind of souped it up a little bit, made it a little more like just all color good stuff. Lots of really fun, silly things that it can do. Definitely tuned up the mana base. Put a Soul Ring in it. So, but Okagachi Vengeful Kami is 6/6 flying trample. When it deals combat damage to a player, if they attacked you their last turn, I get to exile a non-land permanent that player controls. Woohoo! But I like the way this card looks. What this card does is fine. It's an all-color payoff. That's why it's in the deck. There's probably better things you could be doing to remove stuff, but man, it looks cool. Does it not look cool? I think it looks so cool. It's kind of why I want the Mana Foil Progenitus, but the Secret Lair Progenitus is just fine. It looks really cool, the Artist Series one. And then we have a Knight of the Flying Merfolk. This is a saga. It's a bedtime story, so you don't put a lore counter on it as it enters. You put a lore counter on it at the beginning of your end step. So that's interesting. So it enters, you don't get lore until your end step, and then sacrifices it after third. I love this concept of the bedtime story. I kind of hope they do a set and use this as an actual mechanic. I think the implications are really interesting. Anyway, you make 2 1/1 Merfolk. You put a flying counter on each tapped creature you control, and then you draw a card for each creature you control that dealt combat damage to a player this turn. Very cute. Very interesting. Very neat. Whoop. Alrighty. 3 to go. Okay, there we go. That one's I don't know what happened with that one. Usually they just rip down the side and I don't know. No hot hands today, baby. No hot hands today. Temporal Isolation. 2 mana flash enchant creature. It has shadow. Prevent all damage that be dealt by the enchanted creature. Interesting. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay, hang on. Wait. Unexpected sneeze. Sorry. Excuse me. Moment of Triumph. 1 mana. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. You gain 2 life. Dreamscape Artist. 2 mana. 1/1. Pay 3 tap. Discard a card. Sacrifice a land. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Put them into play. Then shuffle. So it's kind of ramp. But you have to, I don't know. Risky, but it does ramp you. Sorcerous Sight. 1 mana sorcery. Look at your opponent's hand. Draw a card. Okay, yeah, a little bit of a peek. Cheater Pumpkin Eaters out there don't even have to pay 1 mana for that, huh? Rush of Vitality. 2 mana instant. Target creature gets +1 and gains lifelink and indestructible until end of turn. Tortured Existence. 1 Sorry, I was looking at the art and I was like, wait, that lady's not alive. Oh man. All right. Tortured existence. One black mana enchantment. You can then pay a black mana to choose and discard a creature card, and then return a creature card from graveyard. So you can kind of like cycle stuff out. Okay. Interesting little enchantment here. Fanning the Flames. X and 2 red mana sorcery with a buyback of 3, and it deals X damage to target creature or player. So for 5 mana, you can do X damage and then get this back. I mean, it's not crazy. It's decent. I think it's workable as a burn spell. Rites of Initiation, 1 red mana, discard any number of cards at random. Creatures you control get plus X till end of turn for each card discarded this way. Okay. Season of Growth, 2 mana enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, draw a card. Okay. This could be interesting. I like this. I guess they're dryads. All the dryads kind of like growing, regrowing their life, and it's very cool. Argothian Opportunist. 3 mana, 3/2 human scout. Whenever this enters, create a power stone, a tap power stone. Ramp on a dude. Not bad. Not bad. Ramp on a dude is nice. Mystic Monastery. Enters tapped. Makes mana. Fun. Hey, it's a Layla. Artful Provocateur. This is a fairy with flying, Death Touch, lifelink for Esper colors and an extra mana. 2/3. Other creatures with flying get +1. So, yep. Very common card. I've seen several people play with this and use this. And whenever you cast an artifact or enchantment spell, make a fairy. It's just very good stuff. Esper pile is usually how I see this used. Hey, Deathrite Shaman. Okay, white border Deathrite Shaman. This is a toolbox of a card. Because you can exile a land, make a mana, pay a black, tap it, exile instant or sorcery to make people lose life, or tap a green and tap it and exile a creature and gain 2 life. So lots of utility on this bad boy. Lots of utility on it. Okay. Then we have Life Tap. Whenever a force an opponent controls becomes tapped, gain a life. Very simple, very effective enchantment. Hey, there we go. Okay. Seems good. It kind of sat back a little bit. Pile that up there. Oh boy, what a pile of cardboard. I've been really enjoying this. These are very cool. I love the future sight and the white border at the end. I also have the new, what is it, Festival in a Box Chicago, I think. Yeah, that's what it is. I'll be doing that, live streaming that, hopefully within the next couple weeks. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But it'll be soon. I have other videos that I plan on doing. I'm going to be recording and uploading more stuff later. So, Shepherd of the Lost, 5 mana, 3/3, flying, first strike, vigilance. Baird, Steward of Argive. Yep, this is creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control unless their controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. Good little, good little salt card right here. Love using this guy in pillow fort strategies where I just don't. I'm like, hey, don't hit me. I'm not gonna do anything. I just have stuff out, and we're gonna be chill. Nobody likes it when they can't attack people, though. I know, me too, me included. I can't attack you. You are now the person I want to. I didn't want to attack you before until you told me that I can't. Krovacon, Sorcerer, 3 mana, 1/1. Discard a non-black card, draw a card, discard a black card, draw 2, then discard 1. Interesting loot scooter. Interesting. Enclave Cryptologist, 1 mana. You can level it up. It gives it abilities to either tap, draw, discard, or then tap. So for 5 mana, 2 generic, 3 blue, you get a 0/1 that taps to draw a card. It's worth it if you can protect it, I think. Like, if you can protect it, I think it could be useful. Hey, Sign in Blood. Target player draws 2, loses 2 life. Love it. Corpse Connoisseur. 5 mana, 3/3. Whenever Corpse Connoisseur comes into play, search for a creature card. Put that card into your graveyard. If you do, shuffle. And then you can unearth this. Okay, that could be dangerous. Price of Glory. 3 mana, enchantment. Whenever a player taps a land for mana during another player's turn, destroy that land. Oh boy. Don't tap out a turn. At least don't tap lands out of turn. You'll pay for it. Goblin Wizardry. 4 mana instant. Create 2 goblin 2/1/1 red goblin wizard tokens. Red goblin wizard creature tokens with prowess. I just skip over words sometimes, and I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe I read too fast. Okay, Utopia Sprawl. 1 mana. Enchant a forest. Choose a color. The forest makes green and whatever other of the chosen colors that you choose. Trollbred Guardian. 5 mana, 5/5. 3 mana to adapt to. So if it has no 1/1 counters, you put 2 1/1 counters on it. Each creature with a 1/1 counter on it has trample. Kind of want to work this into Chishiro somehow. Give all 1/1 creatures trample. I like that. Inside Out. This is art, dude. Switch target creature's power and toughness. Draw a card. Oh no. Watch out. You're 0/8s. You cast this on that new, what is it, like a 0/8 octopus? Someone with the reverse or deals combat damage equal to its toughness deck. Was using that, the new one from Aether Drift, and I can just imagine use this on it and it's gone. This was in standard. This is not in standard, but still, it would be really funny if they put it there and that interaction could happen. I would laugh if it became meta, basically, not just a niche case. Lightning Skelemental. 1 black, 2 red, so 3 total for a 6/1 trample haste. Whenever this deals combat damage to a player, they discard 2 cards at the beginning of the instant. So it's Ball Lightning, but I would say way worse, personally. Oh, it's falling apart at the end there. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hey, White Border Treasure Cruise. I used to not understand why this card was so good with the 7 mana in it, but then I understood Delve and how it's supposed to work, and then I was like, oh, yeah, that's pretty good, because it's basically 1 mana, draw 3 cards. So, Nomad's Encore. A core Nomad Soldier, 1/1 for 1 white mana, pay 0. The next 1 damage that would be dealt to this is dealt to target creature you control instead. So it just shifts damage, you can shift damage to other creatures. I can see this being used in the Dino deck I probably wouldn't, this is a soldier, but to make them take damage when people don't want them to. Stone Drake. This is a Dimir card. It's a 4/4 Drake. Whenever it enters, either distract to tap a land, draw a card, enthrall to have target player discard a card for each spell that you have cast this turn. Oh boy, that could get nasty. Okay. So, we've got one pack left. Just one. That's it. The last one. Y'all want to see what's in it, don't you? Yeah, me too. Come on, let's rip it open. I ain't saving packs. We ain't keeping them sealed. Not here. Not now. Not doing it. Nope. I ain't doing it. Not doing it. Mentor of the Meek. 3 mana 2/2. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters under your control, you may pay 1. If you do, draw a card. Good little generous gift. Always a good have. Cerulean Wyvern. 5 mana 3/3. Flying protection from green. Cloak of Feathers. 1 mana sorcery. Any one creature gains flying until the end of the turn. And draw a card. Shadow Prophecy. 3 mana instant. Look at the top X cards of your library where X is the number of basic land types among lands you control. Put up to 2 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Lose 2 life. Public Execution. 6 mana. Destroy a creature an opponent controls. Each other creature they control gets -2 power until end of turn. Not bad. Not bad. Flame Lash, 1 mana, sorcery, deals 4 damage to target creature. Ramadan Ruins, here's a little desert action over here. Okay, taps for colorless, you can tap, pay a life, add red to your mana pool, or you can tap 4, tap it, sacrifice any desert, and have it deal 2 damage to each opponent. This is in Yuma, the Yuma Landfall deck. Need to play that deck more. I want to kind of like soup it up, because it's good, but it's not where I want it to be with some of the landfall loops that exist. Definitely want to shove a Lumra in there. That'll be cool. Alright, next card. Beast Attack. 5 mana for an instant. Put a 4/4 green beast creature token into play, and then you can flash it back for the same cost. So for 10 mana, you get 2 4/4s. At instant speed, I think that's the big draw for this, is the at instant speed part. Evolutionary Escalation, 2 mana enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, put 3 1/1 counters on target creature you control and 3 1 counters on target creature and opponent controls. I would actually really like this in Commander as a little like do 3 1/1 counters on a creature. I don't care. Like, sure, you can have them on your 1/1. I'm gonna put them on my 11/11 with trample. So I now have a 14/14. You have a 4/4. I'm gonna swing it at you. I mean, that's just the normal case. But in Commander, you can get political with it. So that's cool. Hey, it's Stang! Here's another, this is one of Patty's commanders, the one he was talking about. And when he enters, you make a human warrior creature token named Stang Twin. Exile that whenever this leaves. So, the one he has, like, copies all the auras and stuff. But, yeah, it's interesting. He's like he makes a twin of himself. It's weird and cool. Ikra Shidiki the Usurper. 5 mana Naga Wizard. This is from Commander Masters 2. Menace. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, gain life equal to that creature's toughness. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's a snake! A snake! Hey, white border Jace. This is a pretty good Jace, too. This is when 3 mana up ticket, everybody draws a card. Down ticket to have only target player draw a card, and then down tick 10 for target player to mill 20 cards. Very crazy, very crazy. Whip. Ensnaring Bridge, future sight border. Creatures with power greater than the number of cards in your hand cannot attack. So another salt piece. There's been a lot of salt pieces in here. It's pretty wild. What, you like the Ensnaring Bridge? Yes. It is cool art. I like the art. Oh, the Jace. Yeah, the Jace is very cool. Yeah. I think it looks pretty. The Ensnaring Bridge is also a really good card. Like, oh, yep, no combats. Oh, well. Okay, and the last card is Defender of the Queue. A Centaur Soldier for 4 mana. It's a 3/3 with positioning. Oh boy, he cares about your position. As this creature enters, Lock your creatures in order from left to right for as long as you control a creature with positioning. Each time a creature enters or comes under your control, position it to the left or right of another creature you control. Adjacent creatures to the left and right of this get +1/+1 and have vigilance. I am... So as they die, they just and tick in. And like, oh man, that's really... That's funny. This is funny. Look at him defending the queue. Alright, well, that's it. I've got a lot of cards to go put into our collection system. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Whether you're watching now or later or whatever, this is where things are going to end. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. And I hope you had a good time. I had a good time opening up all this stuff. And if y'all want to see more things, subscribe, like, whatever. Do all that stuff to get the notifications. Click the little bell thing. Yep. Yeah, click the little bell thing. And I'll post schedule updates. I might be going back to Twitch. I'm not 100% sure. You can always, follow this, though. I do post videos regularly. Like, this is where I like doing recording more. But for streaming, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I know that the bit rates on here are better, but the quality seems worse than on Twitch. So it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to decide what I want to do with that. But I eventually will, and there will be plenty of content to come. And you can always look. I post shorts every day. Do the TCG Pocket Shorts thing now. So again, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. I just knocked all this stuff because I hit my mic. Fantastic. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Thanks for being cool. Thanks for being here. And until next time, have a good one.